لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبد رسوله. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's your brother Gabe Romani for mytaskia.com. The question today is, can men have a penile enlargement if they cannot satisfy their wives? Meaning, can a man do a medical procedure, surgical procedure, to basically enlarge his male organ so he can actually please his wife? The concept of penile enlargement is something that's being studied today in the medical field, and it is still something that is not conclusive. There have been procedures that have taken place, however, most of them are unsuccessful. A person will lose feeling, a person will lose erection, a person can even lose their actual male organ. So I would say no. Now, the general ruling within Islam, if that is something is defective, is not to change the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It might be, now the question might be like, why does someone have this problem? So there's the concept of micropenis, and I've talked about it before. There are, for example, some studies that link the concept of, or the effect of using formula and the bottles. I think there was an issue with the lining of the bottles when babies use formula, and other chemicals and estrogen-based type of chemicals, foods, and so on. But specifically, the one research that I remember had to deal with baby bottles, and how there was a correlation between that and a micropenis, meaning male babies would develop small male organs, the sexual reproductory organ. And so this can be a problem. So again, in Sharia, the principle that the ulama have gone on, if there's a defect, not of course by the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah doesn't make a mistake, but there's a defect based on medical issues, based on the nutrition of the parents during gestation. There can be many, many different reasons, different pollutants. Then the person can go back to a normal standard, basically, procedure or position. This usually applies a lot more when it comes to women, this ruling. And the ulama have talked about this. For example, if a woman is born with a specific defect, such as you might know, like a flat chest. And basically, women don't usually have flat chest. It is usually due to a condition. Women have breasts. Now, there can be different reasons why she is flat-chested. So the ulama have said that if that is the case, that kind of defect that can be linked to nutrition, medical issues, health issues, many, many correlations between why a woman might reach that type of development, then there's a permissibility for a woman to, for example, get breast augmentation. But the ruling, though, doesn't apply for a woman when she wants to change her self, the size. She has, alhamdulillah, breasts, and then she wants to increase, and so on. This is not permissible to change the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So the same kind of ruling would apply for men. The problem is, though, with this, is the issue of, men don't have it that easy. This is something very, very difficult, because most of the procedures that have taken place, they don't turn out to be positive. So again, another problem is that men might think that they have a small male organ. We discussed this about it before. And because it's such a hyper-sexualized society that's on porn, women also are watching porn. Obviously what they show in porn is usually men with bigger organs, a male organ. And females also have that expectation. Men also have that expectation. So there's this misalignment that's created between the expectation and reality. And as I said, for women, the size of the male organ matters mostly in the brain. As for the biological, it can and cannot, depends. If it's a virgin woman, usually she'll be used to it. That's the first thing she's ever tried. It's fine. For a woman who's not a virgin, who's had a past, it's different. For a woman who has a child, again, it can be different. But if she's never experienced anything else, so she cannot compare it to anything else. So again, it's different. So it all depends, right? But again, I would not advise a man to get a penile enlargement unless the procedures and the medical field develop and advances this procedure, and it's really, I'm talking about really a problem, micropenis, like below 4 inches, right? Below 4 inches, that's kind of usually what's considered erected. Then, yes, it'll be a bit tough in general to please a woman. Can still happen through foreplay and other means, but these basically, it's a complicated thing. It's not as simple. It's not like girls just go and get, implants. No, it's totally different. So personally, it's very hard to say or to advise on this. And we have to wait for the science community to develop more, to give more studies and more procedures that are safe, and that then we can look at it. But as I said, a lot of men will think that they are small because of what they've been seeing and watching. And same thing with a lot of women that have the expectation, again, because of pornography. And rule of thumb, brothers and sisters, what you see in pornography is not what you'll get in real life. What you see there are a lot of exceptions. It's a movie, it's a scenario. What you see, the angles, is not usually what would happen in reality. So be careful of the deception. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum.